And we're going live.
We're going live. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to my Real Estate Maven, online channel where life, real estate, and economics made simple. So this morning, this will be a very good morning for everyone because we have a very special real estate duo. No, sobrang gagaling in their own niche in real estate. So our guest for this morning is a medical doctor turned to become a real estate investor, having her own dormitory. And of course, another guest this morning will be a top-notch real estate broker, appraiser, and urban planner. So very exciting because we will be hearing and learning a lot from this real estate duo. So, but before that, of course, we will start our channel with our real estate, my real estate maven life quote. So for this morning, my real estate maven life quote is, where is that? Yeah. My real estate maven life quote, be quick to leave the past so that you can live today and you can move with direction in the future. So again, be quick to leave the past so that you can live today and move with direction for your future. And for us to give his insight on this My Real Estate Maven life quote, of course, please welcome on screen my co-host this morning, Versus Luna.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Real Estate Channel, where life, real estate, and economics made simple. So be quick to leave the past so that you can live today and move with the direction for the future. My take on this is that there are things that happen in the past, whether it's good or it's bad, that somehow we stick to it. And by sticking to it for a long time, it inevitably make us stuck. So there are times that we're stuck in the past that we cannot move forward in the future. So what this quote means to me, how I interpret is that when we let go of our past, then we can move forward to the future. Back to you, Mavs.
Yeah, so let go of the past so that we can move forward to the future. I love it. And of course, di ba, for us to start with our guest speakers this morning, di ba, hindi naman pwedeng hindi sila magbibigay ng kanilang insight on this
Of
my real
course.
estate. Oo, this is an impromptu my real estate maven quote, no? So talagang sinasadya kong hindi ibigay sa kanila ahead ang ating life quote para labanan ng isip. 'Di ba? But ayan, so for us to live simply, no? Let's hear the insights to this beautiful duo, no, a very good friend of mine, business partner and also, no, let's welcome them on screen, di ba? Paano ba natin sabay sila? Let's welcome on screen. Mamaya, they will give their credentials, no? Sila na magbibigay noon para you will be mas credible to say their credentials. So please welcome on screen a very good friend of mine and Justin Dela Cruz and ayan, Dr. Ruth Ang, our real estate duo this morning. Welcome on screen and to my Real Estate Maven channel. So, ayan. So, please share your insight before we move forward to your very good presentation this morning, no? Bago natin sila magbigay ng direction sa real estate. So let's have, it's up to you kung sino yung gusto nyong mauna to give insights on this code.
Bato-bato pick.
Ayan.
Sige, kahit ako na naman una, okay lang.
Sige, Justin. Our,
First of all,
Justin is our
yes.
top-notch, wait, Justin is our top-notch broker, appraiser, and urban planner. And later on, he will give more credentials of himself. Okay?
Yes. Thank you very much. And first of all, thank you for having us both in your program, no, and privileged talaga kami to share some of the lessons that we've learned in life, in life and in work. And we really appreciate itong venue that it can be an avenue wherein we can share those valuable insights that we already learned, no. At yung quote mo na very impromptu nga, ano? Impromptu but maganda, no?
Oo.
Ako mismo napaisip din, no? Be quick to leave the past so that you can live today and move with direction for the future. So in the short few moments na nabigay mo sa amin, parang napaisip ko I think this one could be seen in terms of a journey, It's like if you're leaving on a jet plane going somewhere, for example on vacation. I think what is really yung lumalabas talaga in that journey is more of the excitement of where you're heading, no? And in the case of our lives, no, pag hinalintulad in terms of our lives, it's really about what we will be doing in the future. Other things that are reminded by this quote, no, for me, being in the present is something that if you know the quote na um, we people are human beings, no, so it's about being good, your state of being, no, being good, being loving, being being excellent in your work, no, is something that is really portrayed by this quote, no. It's that state of being. And given this time of pandemic, I think mas importante yun, no. It's being in the present, and being in the present for your friends, for your relatives, despite the geographical distance, no, and which can be given by can be helped by technology, no, to bridge that geographical distance. Um, Tapos ang isa pang maganda na insight no out of this quote is something actually that can be taken out of urban planning, no, in terms of the moving direction for the future. One of the things that we believe in as urban planners, as environmental planners, is that how to be ahead, no, and how to be ahead in the game, how to be competitive, is to create the future. And one of the ways in which you can create the future is to plan for it, no. So that's why the planning as an activity is something that is very important, no, especially within these days, no, that we're going through a pandemic, no, and all that we can really hope for is what we will what will take place in the future, yung new normal nga ika nga, no. So I think this particular quote speaks much in terms of planning also. So thank you for that, no? Thank you for sharing.
Galing. Grabe, simula pa lang ng show natin, sobrang meaty na ng sinasabi ni Justin to us, no? So, create the future, 'di ba?
Yeah.
And be excited of the future, 'di ba? So, ayan. So, let's welcome naman on screen, 'di ba? What can you say about our life quote this morning, Dr. Ruth?
Pwede bang copy-paste na lang?
Walang copy-paste. This is an impromptu life quote sharing. So, you have to do it before we can move forward to the show.
Very beautiful life quote and very appropriate at this time. Just what Justin said. Kasi, di ba, during this pandemic, many of us are going through challenges in terms of health, maybe yung iba in terms of employment, or in terms of business. And the lesson I learned from this quote is to move on na, in short. Ganun talaga eh. Life happens talaga eh. Sometimes may ups and downs. So, let's leave the past. Kung ano man yun na problems, then let's focus on the blessings we have today. We have the gift of family and health. And move on with direction for the future. Ano yung pwede nating gawin in the future? Tanggapin na natin. The sooner that we accept our current situation, na talagang may pandemic, na lahat tayo affected, the sooner we accept that and move on, the sooner we'll be headed in the right direction for the future.
Ganda. I love it. So, yun. That's our My Real Estate Maven life quote, no? Kay Dr. Ruth, move on. 'Di ba? Kay Justin, create the future, 'di ba? So, kay Persus, leave the past, 'di ba? And live in the present. Okay. So, alam mo, sobrang excited. Ang ganda. Nakita ko yung presentation ng ating speakers this morning. Sobrang ganda. Sobrang meaty. Ang daming matututunan. So, I will not, make this long pa. But I'm so excited and thank you again for sharing with us this morning. I'm sure marami na namang mabibless at marami na namang matututunan to this channel. And para sa mga hindi pa nakasubscribe sa ating channel, no, please subscribe to my Real Estate Maven online channel where life, real estate, and economics made simple. So let's move forward to the meat of today. So this morning, our speaker will be sharing their journeys in building real estate wealth. No? So if you have questions, no, please type in your questions sa ating page. And before that pala, by the end of this show, no, napaka-special nyo because we will be giving my book, my booklet away, no? Share your My Real Estate Maven Life Quote Insights, no? Type nyo dyan, no? For the first, we will be giving away 10 booklet, 10 booklet this morning. Ayan, so type in your insight or email it at mavs@myrealestatemavn.com kung ayaw nyong ipakita, 'di ba, sa iba yung insight ninyo. Or and of course, aside from that, ang dami kong requirement, 'di ba? Aside from that, subscribe to my channel sa YouTube, 'di ba? Ayan. Okay, let's move forward kasi ready na ang ating mga speakers. Ako excited din ako marinig what's urban planning, how Doc Ruth transition from being a medical doctor, no, to becoming a real estate maven, to becoming a dormitory owner, and of course, hotel developer, 'di ba, hotel management, 'di ba? Yan, maririnig natin yan lahat ngayon, Persus. So, okay?
Yes.
Yan. So, this morning, please, I'll share now the screen, the slides of Justin. I will be off the screen. Take it away, Ruth and Justin. So, I'll share na. Will be off screen muna. Ay, sorry, wait. Dali lang ha. Technical difficulties. Bakit ako? Hindi ako. Ayan. So, this more, I think Justin will start his presentation.
Okay. Ayan. So again, no, thank you very much for having us in your program, no. And it's good that in this cooler morning that we're able to share yung ano namin, some of the lessons that we've learned, no, in sa career namin. So mine is about my life, no, from corporate to top-notch urban planning maven, or Maven being parang the subject matter expert, no, or parang a master in that specific field. So sa next slide ko, I'll just show you a quick summary ng ng credentials ko. So on my next slide.
Wait lang ah. Nasa ng next slide. Yan.
Ayan, okay. So that's me. Ayan, no, so may pala nalagyan ko pala ng ng Chinese name kasi I speak fluent Mandarin, no, business Mandarin. But aside from that, I'm a licensed real estate broker, real estate appraiser, and also licensed environmental planner, no, or also known as urban planner. For the board exams that I took, no, para sa mga license na ito, I was fortunate enough to place among the top, no, and I'll go into that story a bit later on. At the same time, ano din ako, licensed commercial drone pilot, no? That means, no, because ang real estate din is a commercial activity, no? So I can use drones to take videos, photos, or do maps, no? Kasama ng work ko sa real estate and also for urban planning. At the same time, naging instructor din ako for real estate and urban planning, no? At different points in time, no? I used to teach sa Urban Institute of Real Estate, no, which is being held at the Asian Institute of Management, and also at I Academy, no. So I teach some students who will go into real estate management, of course, and hopefully they will also take their licenses. Tapos I had my education here, no, principally in the Philippines, and then I also had some semesters, no, of university education in the California, no, in United States, tsaka in Beijing, China. Ayun, and then like I mentioned earlier, yan, fluent ako sa business Mandarin, no. Ayan. Okay. So basically the lessons that I will be giving are siguro I could share them as four pillars. No, these pillars are sort of the lessons by which I go with. These are the principles that guide how I do my actions. No, so let's start with pillar one out of the four pillars. No, okay. So next slide. Ayan, here, no. So you would see here, these are para a couple of pictures of me, no, with some friends at Gawad Kalinga Enchanted Farm. This was a time when I just came back from my university education in China and I worked immediately to get together with Gawad Kalinga for social enterprises. And it's one of the best times that I had. I spent almost 3 years, no, wherein somebody like me, could have probably gone to a high paying job, no, outside of the country, or have started a business, no, that is not social enterprise in nature, no, as have many others, no. So I think looking back at that now, no, parang it has been a good foundation for my work career. It has been very foundational, no. And I think that's a very strong foundation na parang paghalin tulad mo in terms of building a house or a structure, you need a strong foundation so that the other part of the structure does hold strong, no. So in my work career, this is my foundation, no. In that we care for those that are less or the least loved, least cared for. And ayan, kita mo doon sa picture niya si Tito Tony Meloto, no? And ayan, yung katabi ko na naka-yellow shirt, that's one of my interns naman from Malaysia. And then on the left picture, ayan, kasama ko the other social entrepreneurs also who had the same impetus, no, to help the poor. And I think that's really very that time that we had was really very influential for how we did things in the coming years, no, within our work career, no. Again, that's very foundational. So my the pillar of the next principle, no, that comes out of that is this one. And next slide, please. And by the way, this enchanted farm is was in Bulacan, no. At the time, kita mo sa picture na yun, payat na payat ako, no. But what we really built out of that, no, not just myself, of course, but together with the combined efforts of many others, is to create bounty from the countryside, no. So when you go there right now, it becomes a model of what things could be if you build agriculture, no, in the Philippines, no. So my lesson out of that is you make your efforts purposeful, no. You connect your projects, your programs to something that is of a higher goal or good, no. In my work now in real estate, it's good that I know that it does create jobs, it does bring taxes, income for the government. And now that I've taken urban planning, mas nag-broaden pa actually yung horizon namin, no? And it's not just about real estate, but it's about higher goals, no? So next slide, please. Ayan. one of the big lessons that I learned, no, going to urban planning, atop real estate, is that there are these such things as sustainable development goals, no, and that is really what I would like to bring forward to the audience, no, is that whatever that you're doing right now, whether it be in retail, in industry, no, or in art or in healthcare, no, can be somewhat connected to these sustainable development goals, no. Basically, sustainable development goals are things that we would like to achieve, no, as a human race by the year 2030, no. In our
Sir
scope of
Justin, Sir
yes,
Justin. So our goal is siguro we give our viewers ano ba ibig sabihin ng sustainable? It's so a big word, no?
yes,
Ano ba
oo.
ibig sabihin ng sustainable? Ayan. So,
Correct, no. So actually good that you asked that pala, no. Sustainable is basically yung the type nung the kind of arrangement na pwede tayong gumamit ng resources today na hindi natin sinasacrifice itong mga resources para gamitin ng mga sumusunod na generation, no. In pagka ganun yung yung pagplan mo ng programs and activities, that means tuloy-tuloy ang buhay, no. Tuloy-tuloy ang progress. Hindi sila mahirapan ng mga future generations natin, no.
parang
Um,
long term for the next generation, di ba?
Exactly. It's for the long term, no? Kailangan may continuity siya, no? Na hindi mo inuubos yung mga blessings na meron ka ngayon para you enjoy today pero tomorrow sacrifice, no?
Wala na.
So that's sustainability, no?
Yes.
And yung itong goals talaga nito, no, UN Sustainable Development Goals is centrally themed around that, no, sustainability. And us, no, for our space in particular, na real estate, of these 17 sustainable development goals, ang pinaka-akma sa atin actually is number 11, no? About building sustainable cities and communities, no? So I think our job, for example, as brokers, no, as planners, whenever we talk to clients, no, it should be in the space of giving them recommendations for projects that are indeed sustainable, that indeed build communities that have respect for the environment, no, for the minority communities, no. In some way, real estate can also be attached to number 9, no, which is infrastructure. And then if you're in the retail space or in the industrial space, no, pwede siguro number 12 din, no, which is responsible consumption and production. So I think whatever you do, no, could be attached to these sustainable development goals, no. That's one higher good, no, or goal that you can attach to. Now, one other thing, no, even higher than this, no, when I teach urban planning, no, um, the prime planner, no, the absolute planner, of course, is God, no. All that we do is always according to His plans, no. So, if us, as urban planners, if we're able to create all of these plans, all of these activities, then therefore we are being extensions of the plans of God Almighty, no. So in all of that, no, we create alignment, no, in terms of our activities, no, whichever they are, recommending to clients sustainable projects, no, making sure that that they are close to, for example, to a good group of parks, no, etc. Next slide. Ayan. And what you seeing here, no, are pictures that I have, no, with mentors from my time in China. Because it was more than a decade ago, no, from 2007 to 2008, that I had the privilege of being amongst 34 Filipino scholars, no, who have studied in China, primarily for Chinese culture, for Chinese language, for how to do business, no, with China, no. On the left, the right picture, no, you can see there myself, no. That was me last year when I visited si Ambassador Chito Santa Romana. And then also the other side, no, nandiyan din, naka-thumbs up din si former CNN bureau chief Jaime Flor Cruz, whom I think, no, is also more than capable of being the next Philippine ambassador to China. But once upon a time, no, when us Filipinos were there, they were actually our mentors, no, even far before they were officials, no, in the public space, no. And they're really very good mentors. And one of the things that I've learned from them, in terms of clinging our activities to a higher purpose, to a higher good, is that although for example, although I go back to China often because of the fact that I can speak the language, and because a lot of the investors for real estate are also coming from China, is that um, it's good to open a conversation with China, because that creates a mutual opportunity for understanding, no? A mutual opportunity for a conversation. Because I think what is dangerous is if you do not come from the point of view of having an understanding of each other's side. In this particular atmosphere now, no, that there is a lot of hate and disgust of things that are coming from China, no, particularly mainland China, that would create a dangerous environment. It would be good that there is a space for that mutual interaction, because that decreases the kind of misunderstanding that might lead to conflict and maybe even war. No, so if you're able to open that space, no, that you converse with, you interact with those from the mainland, you'll find that there are actually much more commonalities, no, than there are things that are different. No? Much like any other culture in the world. When I was there in 2008, no, 2008, people would probably know that as a time of the Olympics, no, 2008 Olympics, no. But another very pivotal time at that year, no, was the Sichuan earthquake, no, which was around May of that year. I remember I was sitting I was interning at a technology company, in one of the technology districts in Beijing on the 11th floor. And then the building was shaking, no, for 1 or 2 minutes. Apparently, yun pala, there was already an earthquake happening 2,000 kilometers away in Sichuan, no? And on the days after that, no, I saw how these mainlanders, no, as a people, mobilized. They brought out, it really brought out the best in them, no. And seeing all of that reminded me of how us Filipinos are also like that, no, in times of disaster, no, that we are much like similar to them, no. We care for our people. Me myself, I've already broken bread with them, no. I've lived with them. They really have that same care. They go through similar struggles, no. So again, if we open that conversation, there are really many more commonalities, no, than there are things that are different, no. So
How many years ka
um,
sa China, Justin, when you were
I, I
studying?
s- I stayed 1 year in China, no. So that was from 2007 to
Wow.
2008, and then many times after, I kept traveling back, no, because well, for leisure, and but primarily for work talaga, no, especially for real estate.
Mm-mm. So you were being hired as a consultant in China, real estate developers, tama ba?
Yes, oo. A couple of developers did get myself, no, as with other individuals also, to help in their efforts, no, to create inroads towards the Chinese market. They've used my network. They've used the fact that I can bridge the language barrier. Um, and also, well, my trips back to China is not just exclusively for developers, no. Also, a good part of it is to further also my portfolio of clients. Yan. But still, no, even the activities were had that particular goal in mind, or real estate. It was still, I think, connected to a higher purpose of continuing that conversation, continuing that mutual appreciation with mainland China. No? But of course, no, as a Filipino, I speak that there are certain things that are really unshakable, no, about being a Filipino. But I think the conversation should be open, at the very least. Ayan. Next slide, please. Pillar number 2. So the second principle I go by, So here, you see here some pictures of me taking, oath taking, So on the left hand side, ayan, broker. I think kilala niyo naman yan, no? Si katabi ko,
Hindi
si
nila kilala
Dr.
yan lahat. So you have to
Ayan, si Eduardo
uh,
Ong, ayan. May medal ako kasi yun nga, I was a top notcher there. For that
Tama ba? Top
particular.
1? Ang galing.
I was top 3 ako nung sa brokers, no,
Sa
brokers.
broker and then
Uh,
sa
sa
appraiser,
Printer, ayan, I was top 6, no. Ayan,
top
kasama ko
6.
ulit si Doc ko, tapos my
Ah,
father, no, standing
ang
also
galing.
beside me.
And
And then
then yung
ayun,
urban
the right
planner.
picture, ayan, for urban planning na. And that time, since top 1 na ako, I had the privilege,
Wow,
no,
top 1.
that I gave a light entertaining speech, no, to everyone, no.
Alam mo, medyo magka-level tayo. Nasa top din ako pa top 1. Ang
Top
galing,
1
ang
Maven.
galing.
Mm.
Ang galing, ang galing. So,
Thank you, thank you.
all those 3 exam, you really, ace it, no? Top
I
notcher.
ate it, no, pero here's the lesson that I draw from that, no. Sa real estate brokerage and appraisal, no. When I took the exam, I had almost zero experience actually taking and zero experience in real estate, no. Ang only experience ko sa real estate is Farmville or SimCity, no, yung mga video games lang, no. So even for urban planning, no, yung mga kasama ko have taken 2 years worth of masterals or even doctorals, no, but somehow I managed to do well in that exam. And I think what on that journey of how I did it is because we in our teams, no, in our study groups, we taught each other, no. So whatever our expertise, our knowledge that we already had, no, we shared it to each other very freely, no. Which brings us to that lesson, no. So which is on the next slide, is to learn by teaching, you know. Of course, the normal way of learning is that you learn by watching, you learn by observing. You learn also by trying things out. No? But one other avenue that I found out, no, is on how to learn is to also learn by teaching, no? Because teaching not only builds on what you already know, but what you also must still know. Because if you are given suddenly that responsibility to teach, no, other individuals, you must assure that what you're teaching is something that is valid, something that is complete, no? So, which, for example, brings me to my next slide. Ayan. And in this slide, no, you see me here, no, I'm teaching at the Urban Institute at the Asian Institute of Management. And I've been asked to teach several topics, but not all of those topics I'm a total expert in. No? So, for example, one time I was tasked to teach how to do appraisal, no, real estate appraisal that is effective, practically speaking. Now, by the time when I did this, I just graduated. I just graduated with my appraisal license, and I didn't really have any solid appraisal experience. No, so what I did is that I talked with seasoned and already seasoned appraisers. No, so I interviewed them. What is it that they do well? No, what is it that what are some of the techniques that they've engaged in? What are the things to avoid? And collecting all of that, no. And once I've collected all of that, that helped me assure that what I teach to my colleagues is something that is more complete, something that is already validated down in the field, no. So in doing that, in effect, it's as if I'm not teaching, no, but rather I'm sharing already good information that I got somewhere else. And then it's just a matter of really sharing it and making it express in a way that they can understand, no. So it's not only my students at the time that learn, no, but myself also learn. No? Here naman on the next slide, another example. On that slide, no, I'm teaching their fellow urban planners, no, about the applications of drones, no, in the urban planning landscape, no, and myself, I'm very enthusiastic about this entire space of drones. No, it's an amazing hobby once you get into it. It's really amazing. But even though I'm an urban planner on one hand and also a drone pilot on another hand, no, I do not have that entire expert knowledge when you marry the two. So to do that, I also had to research and before I taught them, no. And nung ginawa ko yon, again, no, it's not only me myself who learn, no. It's not only the students who learn at the time, but it's also me, no. So learn by teaching, no, is one of the principles, no, that I go by. Yeah.
Kasi
So
when you
ayan.
teach,
So
you also learn, di ba? Pag nagtuturo ka.
exactly, no. In
Oo.
fact,
That's one also, sige, in fact,
one of my mentors told me, no, that for you to know that you're already an expert in one topic, no, you must be able to teach it. And if you're able to teach it, then that's already a sign that you're already knowledgeable in it. You're
Mm.
already somebody who
Sam,
has a position of some
um,
expertise in it.
ang maganda rin sa sinabi mo, hindi, when you teach, it's not necessarily that you're really an expert of it, no? Because you have
Yes,
the gift of that collecting knowledge or facts, di ba? And then you can share it, di ba? You already validated it, then you can teach it, di ba? So another way naman of teaching is you experience it by yourself, di ba? That's a first-hand information, then you can teach it. Yan. So, but what important is, you're also learning by teaching, di ba? Yun. So, mapapass on
exactly.
natin. Oo.
Napakaganda nga ng panahon na ito, no, that everybody's at home. And I have some friends who have attended 60, 70, webinars na iba-iba. But that goes to show that there are really a lot of people who are sharing their information, no. So a lot of mutual education is happening within this time, no. So I think this principle is very much speaks to the times, no. Ayan. Tapos next slide. Yan, tapos bibilisan ko na lang. I just recognize that I'm getting so much time na. No? So, ito picture na to, that's myself with some of my staff no, when I was working at Robinson's Land. Ayan, no. And I'm happy that they found my skills to be useful. So, in that time, I think I was only the only employee, at a residential division that can speak and interpret Chinese Mandarin, no. And then I was being useful for our department, no, to help in the accounts management of our Chinese clients at the time. But I was also here working in particularly for bank financing, and me coming from the investment side of things. It was something that I was comfortable enough to do and be useful for my department. And next slide. And so one of the third pillar basically is that I learned from that experience is be useful, no. And when you empower others, you also yourself become empowered, no. Because when you're useful, no, you become valuable to whichever person or group that you're helping. Ayan. And one of the examples again, no, on that pillar is on the next slide. Ayan, no, here, no. You see me here. That's on also another oath taking, no, for environmental planners, for urban planners. Me, I'm pictured there at the lower left hand corner. Ayan, basically it's me attending that oath taking. Di ba previously in some of the pictures I was attending my own oath taking. Here naman I'm already attending the oath taking of my urban planning students, no. And what I'm this is something that is really a fulfilling point in my time, no? Because I see that I've helped a lot of people get that particular mindset of sustainability. And I would say probably 60% of my students are in real estate, no? Na dati ang palaisipin lang is about development, or construction, no? Getting your commissions. But right now, no, because of this journey that they've had, that they've helped grow for them, they're now having a more responsible sense of things. No, that it should be also about sustainability. That what are the things that we can do in terms of waste management, no, sewerage management, all of that. No, so I think I've been very much helpful in here, no, in their journey, so that they
And
themselves in their future career become sustainable.
you're influencing a lot of urban planners to do
Yes, yes.
other things. Oh,
Mm,
galing, galing. Sige,
mm.
let's move forward.
Yes, sorry,
Okay
I'm
lang.
taking up time. But,
Go.
ayan, so
Go
pillar
on, go
4
on.
naman, ayan. So next slide, no. Ito naman, that's me with my team before, no. This was after my time at Gawad Kalinga when I went into corporate. This my team with investment research and analytics group, no. And ano kami, we're really a bunch of analysts, and kami a lot in the numbers, no. Kaya ang investment publications namin can sway millions worth of investments, no. So the pillar that comes out of that, ayan, sa next slide na, and which I guide my clients by, is invest by the data, no? Data right now is even more valuable than oil, no? Because if data can sway, for example, a fund worth $100 million, no, just because of specific insights that are created from data, no, it becomes a very, very valuable commodity, no. In the entire world, there's only one commodity that is more valuable than data, no, and that is your time. No, that's the most valuable commodity in the world. But right after that is data, no? And we live by what I call RRR, no, or the three R's. The normal adage or the normal quote that we know sa investment, no, is the higher the risk, the higher the potential reward, no. But what we really would link risk to reward is the amount of research, no, to help you guarantee that reward, no. So dapat ang thinking is, if the higher the risk, dapat the higher your amount of research also, so that you can achieve a higher reward, no. That link should be created in there, especially for advising our clients, no, who will be spending the largest single transaction in their life, no, home buying, for example. What can give them that peace of mind is that amount of insight, no, critical insight that can give them confidence in their spending, no. Because
Oo, let's
data,
focus on this. Kasi minsan, bibili ako, let's say, 5 million, 6 million, pero they don't want to hire an appraiser, for example, a licensed appraiser or licensed broker to help them analyze their investment, or a licensed consultant. Ayaw nila, no? Pero pag may problema, nasa ka na lang mag-hire.
yes,
Parang, but ikaw, you're saying na invest in research, no? Do your research, ask the experts on that specific field, for example,
absolutely, absolutely.
before
That's
you
the
give in
That's what
that.
I got from my time at the investment research and analytics team. No, is that research really does pay off. It does pay off a lot. No, and for home buyers, nga, it reduces what is called VUCA. Itong ano to acronym, which is short for volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity, which is marami ngayon within this time of pandemic. No, itong VUCA term na to, this was even during the time of the 80s, no, during the oil crisis, but it's also very true now, no. And I think data can cut across all of that, no, and give home buyers, property buyers, the confidence that they need, no.
At the very, parang ang term ko diyan manage risk. Yeah.
Exactly, manage risk. No, risk is good, risk is healthy, but it has to be managed. Oh,
Yes.
exactly.
Okay,
And
let's
which brings us,
move.
malapit na ako matapos, promise. Ayan, so, in this time na nga, no, so building on my pillar of teaching, no, and also investment analytics, no. So I've been giving webinars, no. Ayan, so in here, no, I gave a webinar. Napakahabang webinar nga, we're very data centric, no. But I think that out of that, no, the feedback coming from the participants, sabi nga daw nila, very informative, no. It helped them know where to navigate, no. So that makes me, very, very satisfied, no. And then, so next slide, out of that, given this time, no, here, just want to show very quickly, no, that ang past due real estate loans natin has that kind of picture, no, from 2008 to 2020. Kita mo, nag-jump, no, all the way to 2020. Several
Grabe,
billion.
ang laki.
Grabe yung talon niya. And that's from 2018 to 2020. Tumalon yan because of the pagtaas ng interest rates at inflation, no, around 2018. But looking at guidance now from the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, no, this amount of past due real estate loans might even double or triple, no, within this year, no. So napakalaki nun. So what I'm doing now, and also together with Ruth at the same time, is that we're helping property sellers, give them a fighting chance, no, so that they can sell effectively within this time. But using data, no, to give them that edge, no, in the
So we're
market.
saying in this that there will be really lot of past dues real estate loans in the coming months, no? So we'll be
Yes, very
seeing
much so, no. And
closures, diba?
for a lot of them, they don't know what are the next steps to do, no. Now I'm stuck with this property, I have loan obligations, what do I do next, no. And I think us as brokers, mavens, no, are able to advise them properly.
Yes. Mhm. That's what I'm doing right now. We're doing here in the channel. We're giving them ano yung pwede nilang i-prepare, no, in the next coming with them. yun, how to prevent foreclosure bago pa mangyari yan, ano yung pwede mong magawa,
Yes,
diba? At least may kitain ka bago man pa or may makuha ka pa, ganyan. So, win-win
exactly.
all the
Parang naging
way. So,
advocacy na nga to, eh, 'di ba? Within this
yeah,
time, no? Give them a fighting chance.
I like it. Give them a fighting chance. So, let's
Yeah,
fight. Okay, let's
yeah.
move.
Okay, so ayan,
Ayan,
so
ito na
ayan,
pala.
so like many others, I'm also a Maven, no? So ayan, do contact me if you want me to be useful also for you. Yes. Thank
Mm.
you, thank you.
So, that's the email address, no?
Yeah, at
saiconweb@yahoo.com.
yahoo.com.
All right. Thanks, Justin. That was so powerful. So we still have Doc Ruth, no? Let's have her right now para we can move forward to our sharing kasi ang dami-dami pa nating kailangan matutunan. So I'll off you muna. Ay, iniwanan tayo. Ayan. So Doc Ruth, ayan. Take it away. So the screen is yours.
Yes, good morning. And I'm here to share some life lessons I learned during my journey in my shift from doctor to dorm investor.
Ay,
So,
wait lang, Ruth. Very quick lang. I forgot to ask. Balik ko si Justin. Kasi gusto ko to itanong sa kanya. Kasi it's... para makapag-isip ka pa. Justin, I'm sure people would like to know. From corporate, what was the transition time? Parang what made you decide to move to become a real estate professional or urban maven, no? Urban
Well, I
planner.
think ano, my entire goal in mind talaga was to do things, as an entrepreneur, no. But being in corporate gave me that opportunity to learn some of the skills that have been useful, no, particularly skills from the investment and finance world, and also from the real estate development world, no. So by the time that I already resigned, no, from me doing work at the developer, nakaikot na ako well enough so that I already know more or less how a major developer thinks, how a major developer does things.
So, equipped
And that
ka na
really,
when you resign, no? So, yun yung importante. Equipped, you
yeah,
don't necessarily resign immediately, but you were equipped, no? Ready to go on.
that's correct,
Ayan.
that's correct.
Okay, so let's go back to Dr. Ruth. Sorry. So, eh, paano kayo nagkakilala ni Dr. Ruth? Bakit kayo magkasama ngayon? So, we're very good friends, no? We're very good friends and the real estate industry, kahit malaki siya, pero magkakakilala tayo. Ayan, ako na nagpaliwanag, di ba? Pero, would you like to share kayo ni Dr. Ruth, paano kayo nagkakilala? Kasi Dr. Ruth is my business partner and mentor. Kayo, paano
Yes.
kayo nagkakilala?
yung topic ko
Um,
muna.
ano yan?
Yung topic ko muna.
Sige. Topic ko muna.
Sige, mamaya yan, pag-uusapan natin, di ba?
22. Ay, 10, 12 minutes na. Okay. It's
You
okay.
have 15 minutes. Go!
It's okay naman. Thank you again, Mavs. Kasi the beauty about this sharing that we are giving is these are life lessons talaga that we learn that maybe people who are watching can also learn from. Diba? So in summary, I'll finish my talk in 1 minute. Set your goal to have passive income or know your big why, what direction you want to go to. And next is to look for mentors. And then next is build your team. And this one is our biggest lesson for me. My biggest lesson in real estate right now is better buy in cash and be conservative. So if there's one thing you could remember from my talk, sana you remember this line. And lastly, of course, very important is to count your blessings and pray. Yeah. Next slide. So, I'm a licensed doctor and also a licensed real estate broker. Yeah. And next, please. So, first, know your pain. What is your pain point right now? So, for me, back then, during my clerkship and internship, I didn't have time and I didn't have money. Next slide, please. So, and I wanted to have the freedom to do anything I want to anytime. So that was the goal. My big why was I want to have more time with my family, and of course I want to have time to go on dates. Kasi pag nasa medicine ka, wala super ano, no time to do those things. So know your big why so that you will be able to reach your goal. Next slide, please. So lesson one. Next slide, please. Yan. Set your goal. That's Set your goal to have passive income. That's the lesson number one. This is a picture that this one looks like our old house before, and then I turned it into a dormitory. I managed it to become a dormitory. So next slide. So this is an idea for our dear viewers. So you can lease and sublease. During that time, I look for properties which I feel I could manage. If I renovate it with the help of my sister, and then I manage it and turn it into a dormitory. So during this time of pandemic, you could do that, 'di ba? Maraming, if you have properties, if you own properties near commercial areas, near offices, you could turn that into a dormitory or maybe rental apartments. Okay. Also, again, the idea is to lease and sublease. Halimbawa, you know this building of your relatives or neighbors, and they're not uh, doing anything about it, or they're not operating it into a rental apartment. You can offer to lease it and sublease it. Okay? Opportunity yun. Minimal capital needed. Konting pintura lang, then you can earn already. Okay? Next.
Sadali lang, Ruth. Before we move forward, so yung old house nyo before, you turned it to dormitory. Yan yun,
Yes,
ginawa.
yes, yes. And this one
Para,
is a different property. This one is a
oo nga.
different property. We don't own that property. And then, yun, I leased that. Bahay
O,
actually yan.
o
Then,
ilang beds yan? Ilang beds yan?
five
Ilang
bed,
room?
5 bedroom, tapos mga 20 yung
5 bedrooms. And then 35 beds. So yung
20,
5 bedroom, pwede maging 35 beds. Diba?
25, mga 25.
25 beds. Okay. That's good to know.
But because that was pre-pandemic, ngayon, syempre, I think what you could do is lease and sublease into rental apartments. Kasi mas safe na yon na as
Parang
apartment.
per room na, hindi na bed
Yes,
space.
yes, yes. So then when we had enough money, we got a loan from the bank, and then we put up that building, that dormitory near UST.
So this is Athena Dorms.
Yes, yes. So
So
next,
this, sige.
yes. So yan yung interiors. So
So ilang students mo?
students in the first building, 112
Wow,
students.
100 students.
112, yes, yes. So lesson number 2 is to next
Ayan.
slide, please.
Next slide. Okay. Kala ko.
Is to
Ayan.
look for mentors. Siyempre, yan, nagkakilala tayo sa Truly Rich Club with Brother Bo Sanchez in the Platinum Circle, and we met these mentors. So when you are with mentors, you don't just stop with what you have that time. So you continuously look for ways to expand and grow. So yun. Next slide, please. And because of that, this time I was able to lease and sublease buildings na. So, ito yung idea that I want to share with you. You could do this also. With minimal capital, you can rent buildings and sublease it.
Mm. So, Ruth, no, expound natin yon. Very important idea that our listeners, viewers would get, no. When you have a mentor, lumalakas yung loob mo to expand your horizon. Alam mo naman na yung gagawin. You already have the dorm, di ba? For the longest time. But, when you have your mentors, you were able to expand to another building, di ba? So, ang galing.
Yun, I thought, mahirap pag building. Pero possible pala yun. So in the case of our viewers, baka hindi pa nila kaya building, they can do it, bahay muna pwede, townhouse muna, then isublease nyo yung mga rooms, you lease the whole townhouse, sublease the rooms, per room, I advise per room muna ngayon na pandemic season. But later, baka pwede na rin na as dormitory. So, this one, we call it Athena Dorms Annex 1. We don't own the building, we just lease and sublease it to the students in UST. So, next slide, please. So, we had another building na we leased and subleased. This one, we call it Athena Dorms Annex 2. So
Wow.
yun.
From Athena 1, from Athena, nagkaroon ka na Annex 1, nagkaroon ka na Annex 2.
Yeah.
Tama. Galing.
And also branched out to Ateneo area.
Hmm.
So they could do that slowly but surely with minimal capital. Next slide, please. And lesson number 3 is to build your team. So this is what Brother Bo always reminds us na to get to know people and then build relationships. So Brother Bo talaga, if there's one thing he always emphasized is the importance of building relationships. And I'm very blessed to have met you, and then syempre si Nika, and of course our dear mentor si Sir Randy. So
And of course, si Justin din. Na-meet mo rin siya, di ba?
syempre. Oo. So
Maisingit lang. Mentor in real estate.
yes. So we
Alis
have
na.
So next slide, please. So now when we were able to build this team, transformation, next slide, please. So now we became developers for business hotel in
Ruth,
Makati.
parang nawala ka.
Hello?
Ayan, okay na. Okay.
Yan. So this one is our first project near Rockwell, near Century City Mall in Makati, and we build and sell boutique hotels. Next slide,
So,
please.
from dormitory, from dormitory, you had Annex 1, Annex 2, now you're building hotels. Diba?
With you and the other
With Centro Maven, no? With our mentors, di ba? Yun. So, very important yung sabi mo yung sa lesson 2 na yung mentor, di ba? Kasi iba yung expansion na nangyayari sa not only in the mind but the action that you're doing, di ba? You expand yourself, no?
Yes. So, next slide.
Pero
Ay,
important din, hindi lang naman hindi lang naman yan in 1 year or in 2 years, di ba? It takes time, di ba? Makakala kasi nila, Ruth, ginawa mo yan in 1 year.
Parang, di ba, we got to know each other 2011. Mga November yun when we joined the Platinum Circle, 2011 pa. And then we built relationship. And then we started Centro Mavens in 2015. So, how many years yun? 4 years?
4 years muna. And then, after 4 years of knowing each other, that we are in this real estate, di ba? So, ayan, Sir Randy handpicked us to be together, no? At least, pero it takes time. No?
Yes. And for our dear viewers, they can start building that with the beauty of technology. You can start building relationship online. You talk to each other, you collaborate. Yeah. The lobby of the first building. Next slide, please. Yan yung room. Yan yung roof deck. Yan. So that's the first building. Next
So
slide.
this is how many rooms, Ruth?
This is 54.
54 ba?
Units.
54 units, di ba?
Yes.
54 units.
Okay, that's sold out already. And then second building near BGC, we call it Nest Nano Suites Fort. That's the brand of the boutique hotel. So it's sold out also, 60 units. And then we
Ang
have
maganda dito, Ruth, no? Hindi mo pa we can easily you can easily sell the project, no? Yan. Tahimik na ako.
kasama ka naman dito kaya pwede ka talaga. I Mavs. So,
Hindi na sasabihin pa sana ko, okay na lang.
So now we have the third project, Nest Nano Suites BGC, and it's pre-selling. So, hindi pa natayo. So, next slide, please. So, we now have 3 projects. And compounding talaga. If you have good mentors, if you have a good team, the efforts is divided among you, and then compounding ang results. Compounded ang results. Next slide, please.
So from dormitory now into almost 3 buildings, no?
Yes. So,
Less than 4.
ito na yung, kasi the other night, I was asking my mother, syempre siya yung first mentor ko, di ba?
Oo nga eh.
Ano yung biggest...
Sana makasama din natin si tita dito.
Oo nga, next time. Sabi ko, ano ba ang biggest life lesson mo in real estate? I asked her, kasi syempre mas, mas magaling siya, mas madami siyang journeys.
Investments.
Mas marami siyang lessons learned along the way. And she told me, the biggest lesson is buy in cash and be conservative. So I have this short story. I have this friend who bought 7 condo units at the same time.
Wow! Sabay-sabay?
Ito, ano lang to, for demo purposes lang yung mga pictures. That's not the actual units. So sabay-sabay niya binili ang installment, thinking na madali niya bayaran with her current income. But then with what happened now, she lost her income, she lost clients, syempre. And so, mukhang mafo-forfeit itong lahat ng condominium units niya. So, the lesson talaga, biggest lesson is better if you buy in cash, or if you need to have installment, 50% or more dapat cash. Tapos konti lang yung installment para very conservative. Yan. Okay? Next slide, please. So that's why we are very happy that with Centro Mavens, this is the team I have with Mavs, the company with Mavs. Our advocacy is to be your trusted passive income builder. We help you have more passive income. And next slide, please. Here, we really advocate that you buy our units in cash. Kasi talagang that's the way to go, to be very conservative. So, build your passive income with your extra cash only. Okay? Next slide, please. So, lesson number 5, most important is to count your blessings. Of course, if you have the gift of family now, gift of health, so then talagang super blessed. Of course, you have friends. Okay, next slide. So right now, with this pandemic, we can go through this, we can get over this. Basta we count our blessings and pray every day, every moment. Yeah. Next slide, please. And again, right now, syempre, we are all going through challenges. Like for myself, with Centro Mavens, di ba, hotel kami. Hotel tayo. We are affected by this pandemic. But we were able to pivot. We now have guests. And the seafarers right now are staying in our boutique hotels. And then later on, we are looking for BPO companies to stay in our hotel, and we will pivot it to become service residences or service apartments. But there are a lot of ways to pivot, diba? As long as you have uh, great mentors and a great team. So with the dorm din within UST, I'm experiencing challenges also. So I am in the same boat as everyone else in this pandemic. So the keyword is really to pivot, to look for ways to find tenants. Siguro right now, hindi na muna as dorm, rent as room for rent na muna. So I'm with Athena Dorms, I'm looking for mga maybe mga people who are working in that area who will lease the room as room for rent. So ganun din with our viewers. I hope they will be able to think of something pivot in short.
Ulitin natin yun, Ruth, no? Very important, especially to our viewers, that during this pandemic, very important that we pivot. And for us, hotels, sabi mo nga, we're really open to different ideas on how we'll be able to maximize the hotel. But right now, we are looking into BPOs, di ba? Sabi mo, di ba? And then for dormitory mo naman, you're looking for long-term din, di ba? Long-term. So, ito yung mga ideas na pwede nyo rin gawin in your own properties, di ba? What ang nakakatuwa with us, with you, Ruth, and with what we are doing right now with Centro Maven, is we're really combining our minds, di ba, to how to pivot these challenges with the properties that we have, no? Hindi naman tayo naggagaling-galingan lang, but we're really we're really studying. Sabi nga ni Justin is we really have to do our research heavily to get out of this pandemic victoriously together with our investors and with the properties that we have. Very important. Ayan. So yun. Next.
And this is a very good quote from Jack Ma, one of our mentors, everybody's mentors.
A
Diba?
friend natin.
Yes, best friend. This year, we must first survive and only later expand and develop. If you can survive, then you would have already earned and profited. So, again, let's value our health first during this time of pandemic, and then later, kaya yan, bawi na lang later. Okay? So, next slide, please. In closing, it's not just how much money you make, it's who you become. Next slide. And what others have become because of you. Thank you. Yeah.
Ang ganda naman nun. I like the last slides. Balik ka doon.
Sige.
Yan. And what others have become because of you. So, tawagin natin yung others na yan. Ayan. Thank you so much, Justin. So, ang dami nating natutunan. Meron ba tayong mga question, Persus? Meron ka bang mga questions dyan?
So far, sa viewers natin, wala pa naman mga questions.
Oo.
I think they can just email para sagot natin sa next episodes.
Ayan. So again, no? So email your insights, email your questions to mabs@myrealestatemaiven.com, and we will be choosing the one who will be getting my free ebook. Ayan. And also, subscribe to my channel, My Real Estate Maven, where life, real estate, and economics made simple. Ayan. So sabi, ang dami nating natutunan this morning. Sobrang jam-pack. Sobrang dami ko. I feel so blessed. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Ruth. So, it's already 11:10, so we're running out of time na. So, we wanted to keep this 1 hour lang. Pero, actually, dami ko pang tanong eh. Pero, siguro kulang yung isang session natin. So may next session pa tayo with our real estate duo. O sige, sagutin na natin yung tanong natin
Sige.
kanina. Versus ikaw magtanong. Saan kayo nagkakilala, Dr. Ruth and Justin?
Si Justin na mag...
Ako,
Biglang pinasa.
well, back din ng 2016, no? Parang it was the last year where, medyo matagal na. Yun yung last year na pwede magkaroon ng broker's exam for non-graduates of BS Real Estate Management. So at the time, si Ruth was studying for the exam, and then ako I was helping them, no, at the time, no, to prepare for the exam. Ayun. So doon kami nagkakilala, pero only very very light lang ang pagkakilala namin, no, friendship namin before. And then roll back around 1 or 2 years, no, ago, kami so with our mentor, one of our mentors again, no, si Engineer Enrico Cruz, and naging classmates kami sa construction project management. Ayun. Tapos after nun tuloy-tuloy na. We became closer and much more close.
Okay. So ngayon, you're doing together, you're helping people, yung to fight. Ang ganda ng term mo kanina, Justin, yung fighting chance. Ano?
Yes,
Ano?
fighting
chance.
chance.
I liked it. Meron akong natutunan ngayon, fighting chance. So, ayan. So, fighting chance for the homeowners, diba? So, in this pandemic, no?
Correct.
Sila ma-foreclose, ganyan. So, ayan. So, they will contact you para if they need help kay Dr. Ruth and Justin. No? Let's help one another. No, marami naman. I'm sure alam mo, ang laki-laki pa, ang dami-dami ng mga kailangang tulungan. So kailangan talaga natin magtulong-tulong tayong mga nasa industriya, real estate brokers, appraisers, consultants to teach and to help people maximize their properties, no, especially of their families' properties. This is one of the goal of our channel, and that especially now, no, this pandemic, kung mapo-foreclose, syempre maraming mag-aaway-away yan. No? So, no, my dear friends, just have experts with you, have someone beside you to help you, to guide you. Andiyan si Justin, si Dr. Ruth, andito kami sa My Real Estate Maven, no? So, we can work together, we can help one another for you to pivot. Ayan, sabi nga daw, for you to pivot out of these challenges with your property, no? So, we will be sharing a lot during this pandemic time about real estate. So, marami tayong invite na mga speakers, sharers, na makakatulong to each and every one of you. So, and with that, syempre, you have to like and subscribe our channel. Diba? For us to do that. But seriously speaking, we really... yun din yung naging mission of this channel. We wanted to reach out to many people because we're really seeing that maraming past due loans in the future, no. But again, this channel also shares about economics, because I wanted to share to people that if you understand your country's economics, no, yung anong nangyayari sa economy and how you'll be able to help, no, yung simpleng pagbili mo sa kapitbahay mo can help run again the economy. Yung pag-i-invest mo dito sa Pilipinas can help run back again the economy, bounce higher, no. So yung ganong mga simple ideas that I wanted to share to people, no. Kasi I hope we can plant in them those principles in life na during this pandemic. So that's our goal this time. Okay, with that, so any final word, Ruth and Justin? And sana maulit pa ito. We're so blessed. Ayan. So any final word to our listeners?
Sige.
Tayo nasa taas.
Final word is, kaya natin to kasi it happened before sa mga in past years, may mga challenges na rin. Try to remember what are the things that allowed you to get through the past challenges in your life. And sa tingin ko, number one dyan is prayers. So, kaya natin to. whatever challenges we are facing right now, kaya natin to. Magtulungan tayo. Yun lang.
Yes, napakaganda yung nasabi ni Ruth, no, is kaya natin to. And prayer does work, no, at this time. And again, speaking from the point of view of urban planning, no, the one who has really put us in within this situation, the ultimate planner is the God Almighty. And I think one way we can connect with him is through going about our plans. But again, also as what Ruth had said, prayer, no, prayer, to keep to give strength to our frontliners, to us also as backliners, no, na ano lang, sabit lang, kaya natin to, no. So yun, so that's my message, no, keep the hope up.
Okay, so sinabi nyo nga prayer, so let's end in a prayer, no? So we close this morning with a prayer. So let's pray. So let me or any Persus, do you have any more final questions?
I thought the prayer.
Meron pa?
Ako naman, nagkaroon ako na insight nung sa mga parang may natutunan ako dati tapos naalala ko because of the insights given.
So ano yun?
Let's proceed with the prayer.
Mm.
Okay, with the insight. Yung sinabi ni Dr. Ruth na invest in cash and be conservative. Pero kasi kami dito neighbor sa Sun Valley. Bumibili siya ng property ng lot dito kasi dito sa Sun Valley 500 hectares yung yung available, yung land area niya. And bumibili siya dito by cash. Tapos nung nalaman namin kung magkano niya nabibili yung yung lote, napaka way below the market price, and it opened opportunities din kasi since bumibili siya in cash sa bagsakan, tas marami siyang binibili, naging matunog siya sa developer. And ang kwento niya, nilapitan siya ng developer kasi she herself is a developer din. So nilapitan siya ng developer, inofferan siya ng deal na okay, eto yung lupa, hindi mo na kailangan bilhin, patayuan mo na lang ng ng bahay, then ibenta mo. Tapos within 3 years, para pag nabenta mo, parang hati sila doon. Pero pag hindi yan nabenta, sa kanya babayaran. So, I think it opens also opportunity when you invest in cash.
Galing, galing. Ay, may nagko-comment dito, Ruth. May ko lang, pakita ko lang. Kinikilig daw ako, sabi ni Trevor. Ba't kaya ako kinikilig? Tapos may nag-message din, sabi niya, eto, si Charlie Marquez. Hi, Charlie. Learned a lot today. Doctora.
From Professor Engineer Charlie from UST.
Oh, hi, engineer. Wow. Feeling close na.
Hi, engineer.
Wow. At si Gold Felix. Ayan. Thank you for sharing your wisdom. Ayan. Ito, another real estate maven ito eh. So, si Kenneth.
Si Kenneth, yes. Classmate.
Thank you classmate mo siya.
Classmate ko siya, yes.
Mga matatalino talaga magka-classmate. Sabi ko, Ruth, magkaka-level kami. Top notch din ako eh. Patapon. Nasa top din ako patapon.
Uy, top notch ka talaga, no?
Ay, nako. Hayaan mo na nga yan. Ito, sabi ni Trevor, ito ating laging viewer to. Thank you, Dr. Ruth and Sir Justin. Bakit kay, Justin may sir? Kay Dr. Ruth, Dr. Ayan. So, pakita pa natin yung ibang mga nag-message. Ayan. So, ayan. Si Gold Felix from, ayan, pakita natin yung kanya. Royal Gold Realty Service, Cebu.
All the way from Cebu.
All the way from Cebu, diba? So, and I'm sure marami sila natutunan. So, ayan. So, comment and share. Ayan. So far yun. Ayan. So, again, thank you for watching and we'll close na. And did we close in prayer na? Not yet, no?
Not yet.
Not yet na. So, sige. Persus will lead us in prayer.
Okay, let us remember that we are in the most holy presence of God, in the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Lord God, thank you for a very informative session. Thank you for blessing us with the presence of Mavs, Dr. Ruth, and Sir Justin. And thank you for their insights and experiences. Please bless them, the viewers, in their endeavors. And thank you for always keeping us safe. We do this for you, Lord, and thank you for everything. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit.
Thank you again. Thank you, Justin and
Thank
Thank
Ruth.
you
you.
Sobrang
also.
blessed, ang ganda. And
Salamat.
I love the sharing. I love the insight. Sobrang galing. I'm sure, ako sa totoo lang, I do this, I think I'm doing this for myself kasi ang dami ko natututunan. Ah, I'm doing so parang I feel so blessed every time ano, people share in this channel. Again, thank you, thank you. So,
Bless.
Thank
God
you.
bless.
May you bless more people. May
Amen.
Yeah.
your channel bless more people.
Amen.
Yeah. Yan. So, Persus, so before we end, we totally end the broadcast, no? So, let's have meron ka pa bang ibang
Tagline.
tagline? Yes, of course, our tagline.
Yes.
Again, subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're still
At
starting, yan ba? At my Real
yes.
Estate Maven, where life, real estate, and economics made simple. We're trying our
Simple.
best to share with you the simple words in simple terms, 'di ba, about life, real estate, and economics. And I think I hope you are all learning a lot, 'di ba?
Yes,
So,
and every episode, yung mga insights na binibigay, grabe, ang lala,
grabe, ang
ang
powerful,
useful, ang powerful, ang useful
powerful.
niya.
So that we can live simple.
Simple, yet useful. Yes.
Yes. Thanks, Persus, for being with me right now. And so, okay, let's close. Again, subscribe to my channel, my Real Estate Maven online channel. We're life, real estate, and economics because we believe that together
Together, as a
as a
family,
family, we make
we can
things
make things happen.
happen. God bless you all. Thanks,
Thank
Persus.
you. Thank you, everyone.